Hi.
How are you? Did you ever find anybody cover your spot?
I'm waiting on one text back and she said she thinks she can. So we're waiting on approval, but hopefully.
Okay, awesome. Hi, Karen. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen your face in so long. So happy you're on.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
I'm good. You still can't see my face.
I know, but at least I see a pretty picture.
Yeah, thank you, honey.
All right, guys, we're going to get started. So this is our working Zoom for today, Monday, September 21st, in case you guys are catching the recording later. I'm going to do a little bit different today because number one, it's the middle of the afternoon, so it's a little different than the morning ones. And second, because we have the treat meal coming out this week, which is really exciting as well. And we have an auto ship coming up this week. So follow along with me. This is kind of our daily method of operation, our income producing activities. Each different leader that you hop on will have it a little bit different format. And that's why it's valuable for you to hop on as many as you can in a week. I always recommend at least one a day. Hi, Melissa. Welcome. So glad you're on. All right, guys. So we're going to get started. So first, we're going to start off with birthday messages on your Facebook. It is something that I highly recommend. I think it's so important to do every single day. And if you miss a day, you can always go back and you can always go ahead if you know that you're not going to be able to be around. But we're going to go through this right now. Actually, I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes. If you've heard my spiel before about what to do when you're on birthday messages, then you can mute me out, set your timer for 10 minutes, and come back and join us in 10 minutes. So you don't have to listen to me and you can just keep working, okay? Here's the thing about birthday messages. It is an important way that you can make sure you're touching every single person that you have as a Facebook friend. Because I've been in business 6 years and I can tell you, you're not always staying organized. You're not always making sure that you reach out to every single person you know. And your friends list is constantly changing. So this is a great way every single day to make sure that you do that touch point. It's also a great time to unfriend the people that are not right for you on Facebook, okay? Quick reality check. Your Facebook now is also utilized for business. So for me, now that I'm at the maxed out spot and I kind of go anywhere from 4,900 to 5,000 and 5,000 is maxed out, I need to make sure I'm constantly getting rid of friends on Facebook so that I have room for new people, for new thrivers, for new customers, for new people added to our team, new potentials, right? So the way I do that is every single day through birthday messages. When I look through the immediate list of who I have on my birthday messages, today I have 11 birthdays. I look through and I see who I know right away. So for example, one of them was Tally Thomas. She's on our team. I immediately wrote on her newsfeed, sent her a quick message, done. I know her, she's thriving, she's already on my team. Next, I look through that list and I look for anybody who I know who's maybe a friend or somebody I've known for a long time. I immediately write on their wall because people love that gratification of knowing how many people are going to post on their wall that day, right? It feels good. And then I go and I send them a personal message, okay? If I know them, but they're not thriving with me, then I'm trying to connect with them in an authentic way to get them to talk back with me. So I'll say something like, hey, Melissa, happy birthday. Wow, this is a crazy time, right? What are your plans to keep your birthday special today? All right. So not just saying happy birthday, because if you just say happy birthday to somebody, hope you have a great day, they have no reason to respond back to you. And I'm putting my birthday messages, the whole format right here inside the chat feature. You're welcome to copy and paste it. Also, you're able to find it on our working Zoom unit inside of our team page. And then I keep going from there. When that person responds back later with what they're doing today, I start getting back into touch with them again. Like, what are they doing? Are their kids back in school? You know, how are they? I'm continuing the conversation. And then I get to, hey, listen, you may not know this, but I love to give gifts on people's birthdays. What's better for you? Our vitamin supplement system that makes you feel and look younger, or a CBD skincare line that helps your skin look younger and more vibrant? Which one would you like a sample of? All right. Again, I'm going for the sale, not just the sample. So from there, my next spot is when they tell me which one they want, I ask what they're hoping it would do for them. And then I'm talking to them about how a 3-day sample isn't going to do that, but why don't I give you $40 off instead? That's how much it's going to cost you by the time I get you that sample. La, 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 move on. Okay. That was just a quick synopsis of that, but I just want to make sure I walked you guys through it. The other thing is I look through the list of my birthday messages, and if I don't know who that person is or how I ever became friends with them, I go look at their newsfeed. I do a little Facebook stalking behind the scenes, and I just see, are they my ideal client? Are they somebody I even want to be with? Because here's the other thing, guys, you don't have to work with everybody. That is the blessing of your online business. You get to decide who you want to work with. You get to decide what kind of customers you want, what kind of customers you don't, right? Karen, a little detective work. You get to decide what kind of people you want to have surrounded with you. And right now, I'm in a no negativity space. So if I go look on their Facebook wall and it is all negative and they are like, you know, either totally for conspiracy theories or totally against conspiracy theories, calling people idiots, I don't really want to work with them, because if the product doesn't work for them, they're probably going to call me an idiot and blast me all over Facebook. And I have no interest in that. Also, I don't really want that in my life right now. I could care less if you believe one way or the other. I love having all different kinds of friends that have all different kinds of opinions, but I don't like the kind of people who call other people names. And I don't want that in my life. So I'm probably going to go, bye, Felicia. Right, Karen? I'm going to say bye-bye. And I'm going to unfriend that person. Okay. If I click message and that person and I haven't talked in a really long time, they're not really my ideal client, I'm going to unfriend that person. If it's a guy and it's not one of my good friends or family members, I'm going to unfriend it, because I've decided last year I don't really want to work with men anymore. Like, I prefer working with women. I love empowering women. That's my ideal client. So it helps me to get rid of some of the people I don't need to be friends with anymore, right? Now, if I see somebody, I love her newsfeed, I'm like, man, she's totally in the same vibe as me, I'm going to send her a message. I'm going to send her that same birthday message. Hey, Suzanne, happy birthday. This is a unique time, right? What are your plans to keep your birthday special today? And honestly, ... I cannot figure out how we know each other. Help a girl out. Do you know? So I say it. I put it out there. Like, how do we know each other? Why can I not figure this out, right? So it's okay to ask that, and it will help move the conversation along actually even faster than you think. Okay, so let's work on our birthday messages. We still have 5 minutes. Hey, Sharon, we're doing birthday messages. We got about 5 minutes left. Hey guys, we are almost finished. Really quick, also, just like kind of housekeeping thing. We have 20 seconds. Is I keep a list inside Trello of the people who I reached out to, who I don't really know that I know anymore or haven't talked to in a long time. If I sent them a message, I put their name on a list, and every Saturday I go in and I check to see if they responded to me or not. So if they didn't, then it's probably time for me to unfriend them. All right, so we're going to move on to the next one. All right, so we're going to be talking a little bit about Facebook groups now. And I want to tell you guys a couple of things about Facebook groups. I did a training a couple weeks ago. If you didn't get to watch it, go back and watch it on how to find your tribe through Facebook groups. But since quarantine happened, this has been my essential way of meeting new people and gaining anywhere from 4 to 6 new customers a month is from Facebook groups. Today, we're only going to do one, but I'm hoping that you have 2 Facebook groups that have become your go-to place. So we're not going to have time to go into 20 minutes or 10 minutes into each group. So we're going to do one group for 10 minutes, and I'm going to kind of walk you through that process. But I want you to write down sometime that you can come back to this later today and do another 10 minutes in a second group. Okay. So what you want to do is I want you to also think about what's coming up. We have our treat meal capsules coming out on Thursday. We don't know 100% everything about it yet, but what we do know is that it helps to block fat absorption. It helps to keep your hold on. I actually wrote this down because I was like, I'm never gonna be able to remember this, right? Where did I put that? Hold on, I'm gonna read exactly what it does so I don't get it wrong. So hopefully you guys, if you don't have the graphics on this, this would be a great thing. I put it in the stories of products on our albums that are on our team page. Okay, so one capsule after cheat meals that specifically encapsulates the bad carbs, sugars, and fat after breaking down in the stomach and allowing them to bypass the absorption rate, the absorption stage. Okay, so it's helping with things like, blocking bad carbs, sugars, fats. Remember, also helps with your blood sugar. So it's such an amazing product that's going to be coming out for people. So one of the things I want you to think about as you know that's about to happen is get into one of these groups right now and ask some kind of question that would help you figure out who would be good people for you to reach out to. So for example, I'm going to go into my Weight Watchers group and I'm going to ask, what's your favorite cheat meal to have? Okay. But it might not work for a group that maybe you're in, right? So maybe for my mom of tween and teen boys group, I might ask something like, what's your favorite dessert to have with your teenage boys? What's your favorite, alone night, date night meal with your son? Right? So things like that. So if you can't figure out what that could be for the group that you're in, name your one group that you're going to go into right now in the chat, and I'll give you an idea. But I want everybody to go into one group, ask a question. Then I want you to go into maybe a question or something that somebody did yesterday and start commenting on the other comments. Start engaging. Ask people questions. Don't just say that's cute or that's a great idea. Ask questions, okay? That way it gets them to answer you back. It involves community. The more you show up inside of a Facebook group, the more people see you as a community builder, the more likely they are to engage with you when you reach out to them. If you just pop in once every 2 weeks, I'm sorry, I know you're there just to recruit me, okay? So make sure that you're engaging there. You're going to put up a question, and then we're not going to wait around for the answers right now. We're going to go engage in other people's posts, comment on other people's comments by asking questions, and try to find one person inside of that group today that you can send a private message to and say, Melissa, I loved blank that you put in this group yesterday. It really spoke to me. I'd love to be Facebook friends. We can never have enough friends, and I love motivating ones, or whatever the reason was, right? Okay, so Sharon said, Eagle Moms 208, moms group in my city. How do I ask them? Okay, so Eagle Moms, I'm guessing, is Boy Scouts. So I would say for that, you could definitely, it's mom of boys, right? I guess there's moms and it's moms group. Okay, just moms in the area. Is Eagles, though, what does that mean? Is that Boy Scouts?
It's the city. So the city is called Eagle.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so yeah, I would go in there and be like, what's your absolute favorite cheat meal that you look forward to once a week? That's it. Just keep it simple. Another really great question that you guys could ask is, if you could only eat one one cheat meal the rest of your life, what would that be? Right? That's always a great one too, because then they'll be like pizza. Like for me, it's always pizza. I see those kind of questions all the time, like pizza, because I can make it in any flavor. It can be dessert, it can be regular, pizza, 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 right? But for some people, they'll say ice cream, they'll say cheeseburgers, right? So your goal is that over the next 3 days, you're going to keep going back to that one question and you're going to keep engaging on that post. So if you put up today, what is your number one favorite cheat meal? Or if you could only eat one cheat meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? You're going to keep commenting underneath other people's comments, asking questions. It would be cheeseburgers for me. Oh my gosh, where's your favorite place to get a cheeseburger? Right? Those kind of, especially you in the Eagles group, Sharon, that's awesome because you guys all live locally. Like, where's your favorite place to grab that? Right? So it's so much easier. Then once you start engaging with those people, those are the people that are engaging with you under the comments. They're like getting into it. They're having fun with the question. That's who you want to send private messages to and say, hey, listen, Melissa, I know you said cheeseburgers are your favorite and your favorite is from Jack's Hamburgers down the street. My kids love that place too. And sometimes I know we feel guilty from having a little cheat meal, but that just shoots your cortisol levels even worse. So I wanted to share with you something that's coming out this week and see if you want to be added to my VIP list to learn more. Okay? All right. So we're going to spend about another 6 minutes inside of group 1. Hopefully you have 2 groups that you engage in every day, but we're just going to do 1 today. Melissa, I'm going to answer you on the thread. You guys, another good question could be, there's already Halloween candy out. And so you could say, what's your favorite Halloween? What's the one Halloween candy that you can't live without? Something like that, right? Okay, awesome. We're going to move on to the next thing, but I did put in the chat feature the 3 things that I was recommending that you guys do so you can go and do it for your next group after this is done today, which is get in there and do some kind of post that will generate you leads for the treat meal, then comment on other things by asking questions inside of there, and then reach out by private message and friend request to at least one person in the group to start a new relationship. Okay? So I would spend another 10 minutes doing that in a second group. I do that every single day for 20 minutes. Sometimes I try to do it 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the evening. On Monday, Wednesday, Friday. On Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I do it once a day for 20 minutes, 10 minutes inside of each group. Okay. So if you set yourself up for success by staying organized and putting those things on your calendar, they're more likely to get done, right? Okay, let's move on to the next thing. So we know that treat meal, like I was saying, is coming out. Treat meal. Yeah, that's what they're calling it, right? That one, for some reason, is a hard one for me to remember. So treat meal. So we're going to go to our stories right now. We're going to spend 8 minutes engaging on other people's stories. And then we're not going to do it right now and right here, but I am going to walk you through a story that I want you to create today. And you can do it right after we're done today. So stay with me. Right now, we're going to do 8 minutes of comments on other people's stories. Remember, when you answer a question, you answer their poll, you give them a comment on their stories, you automatically go into their direct message. You immediately go into Messenger, which is great because now you're at the top of their mind. So don't just say cute baby or I love that new front porch look or great Halloween decorations. Ask a question. Okay, let's say they had a bunch of Halloween decorations they're decorating for fall. You can say, which one is your favorite? You have so many cute ones. Or where did you get those from? I can tell they're new and they're so cute. Or did you just start decorating this weekend? Something that's going to make them re-engage back with you and start connecting with you. Okay. So go through all the people that are not thrivers. Then if you're done before the 8 minutes is over, comment on thrivers, especially your team. Okay, guys, that's our timer. So I don't know about you guys, but 90% of my stories were thrivers. I'm curious about you guys. There's not that many outside of Thrive that are utilizing stories. So that just shows you the power of stories and the potential that you have through stories to really be able to use that to your advantage, because not as many people are there and people love to flip through stories. So one of my biggest tips, I'm going to give you guys a few tips right now. And if you could take notes, I would take notes so that you can go back and do this after we're done. But my biggest tip I can also give you about stories is if you're doing one intentionally, not just a behind the scenes. So there's two parts of stories, how you want to use it. One, it is your, like, basically your Real Housewives of yourself. It is your reality show of yourself. So people like to see that. It's a behind the scenes. They get to know you. The second way you want to use it is to call to action. You want to use it to get them involved in something. So if, for example, you do that when we're done today with our working Zoom, then you want to make sure that you put on your calendar that before tomorrow at this time, you go back and look to see who watched your stories, who watched what you talked about all the way through. That's a hot lead. Who watched halfway through? Warm lead. Who answered your poll? Hot lead. Okay. But if you are just throwing them up and you're not going back to check, you're just wasting your own time. And I'm saying that very lovingly, but I used to do that for a whole year. I did that. It was such a waste of my own time. Spent all this time making cute stories, but then I never looked to see who was actually watching those stories and follow up with those people. That's the whole intention and part of it. Okay. So if you guys are looking for examples too of some good stories right now with the treat meal, see what I'm saying? I cannot get that one down. Treat meal. I will say Jenna Baharo and Sarah Cole right now have good stories up about it. So Jackie, you can't actually get insights on your Facebook unless you have a Facebook fan page, a business page. Somebody correct me if that changed, but it used to always be business page. Or if your Instagram is set to business, like I can see all my insights on Instagram for people. You can watch your stories though and see insights on your stories. It's not called insights, but it's where you click on it and you can see who watched it all the way through. You can see who answered stuff. So I know, I think she said that wrong last night. I heard it too. And I was like, no, you can't do that unless there's something new that I don't know about. So if you're looking for somebody who has stories up right now, just to get an idea of how to use this treat meal right now, I saw Jenna Baharo and Sarah Cole when I was scrolling through stories just now. But I'm going to give you guys my formula that has been working for me really well for the last 6 months on stories. It's called the 1-2-2-3 formula. So 1 means you're telling them what you're going to be talking about. 2 is all the filler stuff. And 3 is your call to action. Okay. So I'm going to be doing one about the cheat meal or the treat meal, for example. I put up some graphics for you on our team page under albums, stories for products. You can get it there. Or if you have the video, another really great thing to do is take your phone to your computer and video a couple small segments of that video so you can use it in your story as well. Here's what mine's going to look like. First, I'm going to drop a picture of something that I ate this weekend that was a little bit naughty. Okay. So I'm going to take a picture of it. Maybe if you have a picture of you eating it, that's even better. But I'm going to take a picture of something I ate this weekend that I felt a little bit guilty about. Okay. Now that's my 1. And I'm going to say something like, was feeling a little bit guilty, right? And then 2 is the filler part. So next, I'm going to go on for just an 11 seconds, quick filming myself. And I'm going to say something like, oh my gosh, did you know that when you feel guilty, your cortisol actually spikes? And I always find myself feeling guilty after I eat something that I really love. Then I feel bad about it. And it's this cycle of just like adding more belly fat. Yeah, I might have added a little bit because I ate it, but stressing about it makes it even worse. Okay. Now I'm going to go on again and do another 11 second little quick blurb and say, plus the worst part is I knew that after I ate this, I was going to have swollen fingers today and probably tight jean shorts, which I absolutely hate. Can you relate? Right? Next one, I'm going to come on and say, this week it is coming, ... Yes, it's coming. Treat meal product that allows you to enjoy those weekend cheat meals without feeling guilty. So I'll probably put up a picture for that one. Okay. Then I'm going to drop the video about it, or at least it'll like parts of that video. Okay. I'm going to probably take some, I'll probably take some videos of the video, drop a couple of those. Now the very last thing that I'm going to do is put up a poll. Do you want in on my VIP list? Do you want to know about it as soon as it drops? Okay. And then on my poll, I'll probably put yes, me, with like a hand like this. And then the other part, I'll probably say need details. Okay. So they can click whichever one's best for them. You could even go on and do a quick little blurb about 80-20 rule. How many of you guys eat by the 80-20 rule? 80% of the time you eat really healthy and good. 20% of the time you give yourself a little splurge, right? But sometimes even that 20% splurge can leave you feeling a little bit guilty or a little bit bloated or a little bit yuck. We have something coming out that's going to help with that. We believe that you should be eating good most of the time, 80% of the time, but 20% of the time, let's be honest, you got to enjoy life, right? So those are great things that you could go on and say as well. So you're trying to create a story that's going to create a buzz, create an interest, and then have a poll at the very end about who wants to be on your VIP list, okay? Maybe you're even going to give away 1 bottle of it for everybody who says they want to be on your VIP list, okay? You put everybody's name in a drawing and 1 person's going to get it for free. So that's just like, I'm kind of walking you through. We're not going to spend the time to actually do the story right now, because for some of you, it could take you 20 minutes to make a story like that because you're still new at it. And for some of you, it'll take 2 minutes because you're so fast at it. So just put that into the back of your head, write yourself a note. You're going to come back and you're going to do that today. All right. And you're going to also put on your calendar for tomorrow at this exact same time to check. And also tonight, if you have time, to check and see who watched it all the way through. That's a hot lead. Who watched it halfway through? Warm lead. Who answered my poll? Hot lead, right? And here's another thing. Stay in integrity. If you are putting up a poll and you're saying you could be on my VIP list, then you need to write their names down and you need to get them the information that they are looking for when this comes out. And I'm saying that because I used to do that. Like I'd say, who wants in on this, right? And then they'd all answer. And then I'd get all busy and crazy and forget to ever go back to them. That's out of integrity. So stay in integrity. If you say you're creating a VIP list, then create a VIP list. But that means you have to reach out to them on Thursday or Wednesday night when we know it's going to launch. Let them know any details that you have. Share with them the video. Anybody who clicks yes that they want the details, I would send them that little video from Lavelle right now and say, I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I will get you the details as soon as I know and let you know when they're going to be released as well as the price. Okay, and then make your list. So it's easy for you to reach out to those people as soon as it does launch on Thursday, which we have no idea what time. We have no idea if we're going to know the price Wednesday night or not till it launches on Thursday. So we're, equally in anticipation as them. Okay, so we're going to spend the next 10 minutes going into our news feed and commenting on our potential customers, our current customers, our top 10 if you have those, our samplers, our potential promoters, new customers. Remember, we're building community with them. And the more you can engage on their posts It feels good. A lot of people only have a couple hundred friends on Facebook. And if they're one of your customers and you are, talking to them when they post something, it feels good. Plus now their community sees you as well. Now I want to remind you, we have an auto ship coming up this Friday. So make sure that you are going on to your news feed for your auto ship customers, especially, and that you're engaging with them. I'm not saying say your auto ship's coming up this Friday. Don't say that on their news feed, but go and engage with them so that you're part of their community. Okay, so they see you, they remember you, and they're more likely to see what's going on this week. All right, I have a great idea about auto ship customers and how to treat them awesome right after we get done with this 10-minute block. Oh, I was muted. Sorry. Okay, that was our timer. So next, I want to give you guys a quick hint. So you know your auto ship is the 25th. So bye, Jackie. Have a great day. So this Friday is our auto ship, right? So treat meal is possibly coming out on Thursday. Friday is our auto ship. One thing about me is I don't actually send my auto ship people a reminder like, hey, your auto ship's coming up this Friday. I say it more in a very natural way. So, and it changes each month. So some of you guys have been watching this, you might recognize this, or if you came to our January retreat, I talked about this, but I do it quarterly. So every quarter there are 3 months, and each of the 3 months I have a consistent pattern of what I do. The first month of every quarter, I send out a quick message, just, checking in with my customers that are on auto ship. Hey, Melissa, it's Blair. Yep, it's that time again. I just want to see what you're loving about your Thrive experience and how it's been going. All right. I also want to remind you that Friday is your auto ship, and I cannot wait to hear what you've been loving the most. Okay, so then she messages me back. Hey, Blair, I've been on it 3 or 4 months now. I can't believe how great I feel. I'm down 3 pounds, not even trying, sleeping better at night, all day energy, blah, blah, blah. So I repeat back to her what she said. Oh, I'm so excited for you that you have better energy, sleeping better at night, that you notice that you're starting to lose some weight. That's so exciting. Can you think of a few people that would love to? And I repeat back to her what she said, okay? Now, if this person's not thriving for free, I know that because I keep myself organized on my Trello board. Maybe you do it in a spiral notebook, maybe do it in an Excel spreadsheet, but I have all my auto ship customers' names. And if you can get their addresses from them, you'll want to, and tell them why, that you love to send them a treat every so often, which I'll tell you guys about next. And then I write down if they're thriving for free or not, okay? And each time that they get an order that I know about, sometimes it's hard to notice that, right? But I try to write it down. So if they only have 2 and maybe somebody stopped for a month, I need to help remind them. So I'm talking to them about how to thrive for free. We're talking whatever. If she says to me, I'm noticing I don't have as good of energy as I used to, then maybe I discuss with her a different DFT to use, or adding in Activate, or offer to send her a sample of Black Label, 2 days of Black Label to try out, things like that, okay? I'm here to serve my customers. And if I don't stay in touch with them, I can't serve them. And quite often people don't stay in touch with their customers because they're either unorganized or they're afraid they're not gonna like their product, and they're gonna tell you that. Okay, but ignoring your customers is the worst thing that you can do. Month 2 of every single quarter, I try to send out some kind of gift. So it might just be trying out a different DFT, which doesn't change the postage on your notes. It could just be a note thanking them. It could be $5 in credits that I put into their account. And I send them a quick message to say, hey, I just wanted to say thank you this month for being such a great customer. And I put $5 in credits into your account that will minus off on your next auto ship. I hope it helps you out with shipping. Right? Just whatever. It can be anything. Okay. And then month 3, I try to remind them of any new product that's out. So let's see, right now we're in September. I'm actually doing a gift this month because last month I just gave my auto ship customers $5 in credits. So I'll share with you what I'm doing this month, but a great example of what I would maybe do month 3 of the quarter is say something like this. Hey, Melissa, just checking in. I know that you have been loving the energy and the better sleep and the weight loss that you've had. I've been loving watching your journey over the last few months of the Thrive experience. I wanted to tell you we came out not so long ago with an amazing fiber cleanse drink that I've just started implementing every day into my routine. It's called Restore. If you want more information on that, let me know. Oh, by the way, treat meal comes out this week, which is basically a fat blocker, carb blocker, and helps your blood sugar levels. If you're interested in learning more about that, let me know. Okay, if they're interested, they'll let you know, but at least that way I'm letting them know about the new products, because a lot of people, they ignore the stuff that comes out from Labelle. Okay, if they're local to me, I'm dropping them off those pop chips to try out, guys, because they're freaking golden. Anybody who I've gotten to try the pop chips has added it to their order. Like, they freaking love them. So that's a huge reminder too. I'm not sending those out because I'll probably just get crushed, but I am dropping them to people who are local to me, or telling them they could swing by and pick some up. Or if they have kids my kids' ages, I make my son bring them to them at school. Okay? We're back in school. I know not everybody is. Okay, so what I'm doing this month, for example, is I am sending out to all of my auto ship customers a little thankful note. Actually, I'm doing this in October. I wrote myself a note. I'm not doing it this month. I think this month I'm just reaching out personally about treat meal this week. But next month, the beginning of the month, I already have it on my calendar for the first week in October to send a note in the mail just about like thankfulness, like, hey, we're heading into the season of gratitude. I just want to let you know I'm grateful for you. I'm so thankful that you're one of my customers. I threw a sample of pumpkin pie and candy cane shake in here for you to try out because the holidays are coming, exclamation point, right? These are my 2 favorite shakes for this time of the year. Plus, great news, the treat meal has arrived. If you need more information, let me know. I'd love to get you some info on it. And then I'm also going to print out. So I'm sending all these out the first week in October. So I'm going to print out whatever the PDF is that's going to come out with the ingredients for treat meal. Okay. So I'll print that PDF out. I'll fold it. I'll put it in with the card, the 1 sample of pumpkin pie, the 1 sample of candy cane, and I'll send that out. If you're worried about postage and finances, you could just send them out a black label or a white label with the information about cheat meal. And you could say, hey, we're heading into the holiday season full of gratitude. And I just want to say thank you so much for being a great customer. But listen, the holidays can get you exhausted. So I threw 3 days of the black label DFT in here because it has B12 and HTCP, and that all helps with mood and having more energy. So I hope you love this. Let me know if you'd like to change up your order to include this. Oh, by the way, our treat meal product is out. I cannot say that, guys. It's out. And I put some information in here about it. If you want more info, let me know because hello, pumpkin pie, Halloween candy, and holiday parties are about to happen. Okay? So that's what I'm doing for October. It's already on my calendar for the first week of October. I already have like my wording up for what I'm going to write on the cards because anytime I have some free times, like last night when Hannah was talking on our team huddle, I was writing those cards. That's why I know what I'm saying because I was writing out a few of those cards because I have like 12 customers. You might only have 3 customers. You might have 7 customers, but that way I'm writing them out and I have them ready. Now, here's a great hint. If you have a smaller team, and you have some extra pumpkin pie samples and candy cane samples, and you've already written all your cards to your customers, why not send some to your promoters and let them know how much you are thankful for them and just send them a quick little note of gratitude. That always helps your team morale to let people know that you appreciate them and that you care about them. So if you can afford to send that out to them, I highly recommend it. It'll make them feel so good. All right. So I know I kind of changed it up. It wasn't all working today, but it was a lot of hints and things that are going on. But I just felt like there's been so many new people added to our team that sometimes it's just good to hear some of these reminders. So what I would do if I was you is decide, do I have another 15 minutes I can work my business right now? Or do I need to put this on my calendar for later? Things that you want to go back and do is create your treat meal Facebook/Instagram story. You want to go back and spend 10 minutes in a second Facebook group today. Okay. And then the third thing you want to do is decide how are you reaching out to your auto ship customers this week to make sure they know that their auto ship is running on Friday. Okay. So I hope this was helpful, guys. And I hope you have a great day. Make it a great day for others. I'll be hosting again on Wednesday. Hopefully the working Zoom from 12 to 1 p.m. Hopefully we'll have more information by then about treat meal. And if we do, then we'll talk a little bit more about how to get some new orders from that as well. All right. Bye, guys. Bye, Karen. It was so good to see your face.